people ask us at Career Arth, should they share their achievements publicly or let others speak for them? And this is a very interesting question because it develops both anxiety and chances of reputational mistakes. See, at office, your project goes well, you get a promotion, your customer gives you a strong feedback. You are naturally inclined to tell people about it. A school of thought says that if you post your work, then people will recognize you. But at the same time, there is a risk. The risk is that as you keep posting online, people start wondering what is the real reason for your posting. You are not being able to bring that trust between your post and the audience who's seeing that post because many people think that you're talking more about yourself. And that is where the reputational risk comes in. Now, before we go ahead and see what is to be done, first look at Harvard's research, which says that reputations are not just formed from the signals, but from how the information about the performance spreads. The source of the signal matters as much as the signal itself. At the same time, LinkedIn's engagement report says that self-authored achievement posts often get attention, but attention does not reliably translate into trust or opportunity. So attention is not the same thing as getting trust. So the real question is not, is it okay to share achievements? The real question is, when does sharing help and when does it quietly hurt? At Career Arth, we use two tools to get to the bottom of this question. The first one is called the signal noise matrix, and the second one is called the reputational risk tree. So in the signal noise matrix, we look for two things. We first look at the credibility of the signal. Is the signal really credible? The information that you're putting out there, does it really have strong signal? And the second thing we look at is the signal relevant to the audience? Because if the signal is not credible and it is not relevant to the audience, then it is just noise. And when it is noise, it damages your reputation. So it is very, very important to understand when you are sending out information which is helping you build trust and giving the right signal to the audience, and when you should not perhaps make a post. In the next just couple of minutes, I'll walk you through a few case studies we have recently done at Career Arth. See if this helps you and comment in the section below. Recently, we had an early career professional, about 23, 24 years of age. And this person is a very ambitious person, doing very well in her role. So she came to Career Arth and she told us, I feel like if I don't post, I don't exist. Imagine, if I don't post, I don't exist. So she started sharing achievements, project completions, learning certificates, long posts about growth. See, the problem wasn't exaggeration. The problem was signal credibility. So using our signal to noise matrix, we saw that her achievements were real, but her audience had no independent way of verifying them. Now this aligns with research on early career signaling. Early career self-signals carry very low credibility. Most early career credibility formed through internal observations, not public declarations. So we applied the reputation risk tree. We asked her, if you post this, what are the possible outcomes? So we gave her an example and we said, if you post this, what are the possible outcomes? So the best case, mild visibility. Neutral case, ignored. Worst case, seen as premature or performative. Now the downside risk was real. The upside was limited. So we advised restraint. Instead of posting, we asked her to focus on letting managers share her wins, getting her peers to tag her in the post, and documenting her work internally. Within a year, mentions replaced the posts. Her reputation improved without creating noise, which it was doing earlier. So we learned something interesting, that do not jump into posting. See at what stage of your career you are and whether it is better to let others help you build your credibility before you come to a stage where you start posting yourself. And that is an important observation, and I hope you can make some sense of it. I'll take you through a couple of more case studies. Mid-career professionals often feel that they're getting lost. They're working very hard, they are being recognized by their customers, their visibility is very high inside the organization, but they don't have the same respect or the same visibility outside the organization. Many of them resort to posting online, or they finally come to the conclusion that posting online is okay. Initially, they did not want to be seen as an influencer, so they never posted. Now, we recently had a mid-career professional working for a bank come and speak to us. And this person was doing something interesting. He was posting online, but he was not being able to generate that trust with his audience. Because his problem was that he was not providing the context to his posts. He was just telling them the outcomes. Now, what we have learned in organizational behavior is that if you have something to post, some achievements or some main events in your life, you should have some context. You should not only share the final outcome, but what was the problem, what were the trade offs, what type of constraints you were trying to solve and so on. Because only then people really start to believe in your story. And that is when your reputational risk tree, your reputation tends to go up and not go down. People don't see this as self promotion, they see judgment. And that is when sharing helps. So if you are a mid career professional and you're planning to do posts online, please make sure you have context explaining the trade offs, the constraints, the objectives, and all that is involved in making things happen. It suits the career stage of your life. You have enough experience to share with the audience. We recently had a very senior person come to Career Arth, late 40s, been a CXO, exploring advisory roles. She rarely posted her achievements. Instead, something else happened with her. Clients mentioned her, peers would often reference her, others shared outcomes involving her. Now, this is not accidental. At senior levels, reputation behaves differently. Senior reputation travels via others. Research on executive reputation consistently shows that third party signals carry more weight than self authored ones. So, using our reputation risk tree, posting her own achievements would actually increase risk, not reduce it. So, this person focused on enabling others to speak, being quoted, not broadcasting, staying visible through contribution. Her reputation strengthened without her saying much at all. Now step back and notice the pattern. The question is not should I post my achievements? The question is who should carry the signal, me or someone else? Best signals travel independently. That's the Career Arth insight. If your credibility is still forming, let evidence accumulate before visibility. If your credibility is established, let others speak and amplify selectively. So, how do you decide? Before you share an achievement, ask, can others verify this? Does my audience understand the context? Is the upside higher than the reputational risk? If the answer is no, then you ought to pause. That's the signal to noise matrix at work. So let me ask you, should you share achievements publicly? Sometimes yes, often not yet, and at senior levels, rarely. The right answer depends on signal strength and reputational risk, not confidence. That's what the signal to noise matrix and reputation risk tree helps you see. If this has helped you think more clearly, share it with someone unsure about posting their wins. And tell me in the comments, have you ever posted an achievement and regretted it? Or stayed silent and benefited? अगर क्लैरिटी होगा तो ग्रोथ होगा तो करियर होगा. ये हमारा है आपसे वादा. I look forward to seeing you at Career Arth.